Hello guys, welcome back. So I'm getting Foxy Paw Pats to do this one. A little bit of a bonus video for you guys. Somebody asked, what do you do with your stuff when you have an ex-god? What do you do with all their stuff? Now, for everybody, it's different, and I don't think it's apples and oranges, but it definitely does depend, I think, depending on the god we're talking about. If we're talking about God, I gotta watch those ear quotes, Missy. Like say it's a Bible and a bunch of religious statues and everything. You can usually find a St. Vincent de Paul or someplace to donate that stuff. Like, it's still their stuff, great, but someone else can have it. If it's a family Bible that has a lot of emotional attachment for you and your ancestors had it and everything, do as thou willeth, I don't know if that would be a case by case thing, but it would definitely be a thing of what do you do with those relics that your ancestors handed down, like great grandma's Mary statue or the family Bible that's 200 years old? If you really don't want to destroy it, but you want someone to have it, I understand families aren't perfect, but maybe you want to give it to someone else in the family. That way, that's their burden now, Don't look at it like, "Oh, they're getting this and this thing's so important to our family." Look at it like, this is their burden now. If something happens to it, it's on them. So, don't worry about it. Try not to give it to the family member that'll sell it on eBay, but, do that. You could donate it. You could donate it to, like I said, St. Vincent de Paul. You could donate it, see if there's a church that would like something a couple hundred years old or whatever. Because, some of this stuff has come down for a long time. But for most of us, it's a pagan god we had a relationship with. We got them stuff, and how they're gone and all their stuff here. What do we do? Well, for me, and you don't all have to do this because I do it, it is something ironically that, who pushed me into. This is my territory. Ultimately, this is my house. When somebody leaves, their stuff's mine. It reverts back to me. It goes back into the general pool. I get to decide what to do with it. I can bin it, I can smash it with a hammer, I can set it on fire, it's my stuff. What I did is, when who left, great, Loki got to take over everything. Loki went through a couple days of, this is all mine too. He does want to share. He does like to share. He is generous. Everyone else understands Loki kind of shares most of the time. Sometimes, though, that Loki greedies come out and it's all his and he chases everyone else away. They understand this, but he's a lot better about it than the old man. He's not going to, threaten them or hurt them for it. It's just going to be a thing of everything's his. The hero ran off, wore off. Now he wants some companionship. And I'm like, okay, but you know how you get. You get jealous and territorial all out of nowhere, and then it's all your stuff again. He's like, I know. And he does his best. But let's say you don't have that kind of relationship with your gods, and you have a bunch of stuff, like say it's for the old man, or like say it's for Loki, and you don't work with Loki anymore. The best solution then, I would say, is not to bury it because, that's very bad for the environment. We used to just not think about the environment, and it might also not even be a thing you can do without meeting some special people wearing blue in your area. Just might not be a thing. You can say it was a spiritual thing all you want, and you can still find yourself, paying some interesting stuff. Um, what you can do is, find someone who still works with them, and you don't have to explain your situation if you're not comfortable, but say, "Hey, I used to work with so and so. I don't work with them anymore, but I still consider the stuff theirs. Would you like it?" And they can accept it, or they can't. But most people would, if you say, "Please, I would, it would make me more comfortable not to have this. Will you please take it?" Most people will be happy to. Who doesn't love free stuff for their god? Um, and those are just a couple ideas of what you could do. I would recommend against giving it to, say, unless it's Christian, because a Christian god doesn't seem to like purposely follow Bibles around and haunt people. I'm getting giggles and cheers back there. Unless it's like, if it's something pagan, I would advise against giving it just randomly giving it to a charity because you don't know who will get that, and you don't know if the god will suddenly show up and be like, "My stuff. Where's my stuff?" And all of a sudden they have a god they don't even believe in their house causing a ruckus because that is my thing. Why do you have my thing? So, they're usually pretty good about it. Here, they actually they like having stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just stuff. That said, if you have stuff for God and you still feel it's their stuff, it's okay to give it to someone else that's still working with them. Just tell them you don't want it in your house anymore. You really truly are not going back to that God, and you want to truly you want to truly break free in a sense, and most people will be happy to take it. So I hope that one helps, guys. It's hard sometimes to know what to do with your ex's stuff. Well, the old man stuff went directly to Loki. I was like, you just got an upgrade. So he was bro for the first couple days, and now he's kind of a little bit bored, and he does want to share, but we know around here he has problems, chronic problems with sharing. He's the sharingest god and ever shares everything, will almost give all of his stuff away, and then he changes his mind. The gods know this. So Bastet got a little piece of rabbit fur from Loki, but she knows it's more like it's on loan until Loki changes his mind. But he does have a good heart. He just sometimes his tiny little brain doesn't catch up with the rest of them. I go, yeah, pretty much. But I hope that one helps, guys. It's always hard to know what to do with your ex's stuff. I kept all the wolf stuff too, because we have Fenrir, we have the other wolves in our life. Wolf is one of my totems. I'm not getting rid of that stuff just because it was bought under who. And I'm not getting rid of any of the books I have either because, why should I? So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.